Hi everyone, and it is now day 7 of our Advent page from Rita Berman, and we are doing this tree ornament. Now I thought it might be fun to do it in a few different colours today, to just have a go at a few different things. So I am just moving my pencils around. I'm going to start with a green. I may do shades of green, I may add in other colours, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll see how I go. So I'm going to start with the deep cobalt green and do this section at the top here. Now I want to try to emphasize that this is a rounded ornament, it's not flat, so I'm going to put some more layers of green on the edge and then less as we go towards the center of it. So it will hopefully, I'm going to leave a little bit of white in the middle too, not too much. I shall go back over that again, trying to emphasize that depth of color. You have to remember that with the Polychromos, they do often need a few layers to get a nice depth of color, especially if you're light-handed. There we go. So I hope that looks like it's got a little bit of a metallic shine to it. Okay, where should we go next? What would go with that? It's quite bluey green, isn't it? I'm wondering whether we should put red. I quite like red and green together, but we've already got red and green combo on our gift from day 4. You can see it up there. This is quite a different one. I think I will do a red, but maybe I'll go for pinky red. I think that might go really well. So I'm going to pick this madder. I don't know how well you can see. I'm going to give it a sharpen and let's have a think. We'll do this line here, and again we want to do a similar thing to what we were doing with the green. So pressing harder at the edge, less in the middle. Oops, just snap the little end off, and trying to leave a gap right in the center to make it look like it's shiny. And we'll do the same down here. Now I've pretty much decided how I'm going to finish this now. I think I'm going to do this here as the pink and put the green in here and down here. So just stick with these two colours. I think that's going to work. You could go for a slightly different shade of green or pink in the middle part, but I quite like having a more limited palette. So we're making it really light in the middle so that we can make it look like the light is reflecting off. So we're just going to leave a little bit of white there. I think that's okay. We might come back to it in a minute. So now we're going back to our deep cobalt green, and I'm going to fill in these zigzaggy parts. Now this is a little more difficult because we still want to get it lighter as we come to the middle, so we need to remember that we don't want so much pressure and so much colour on these centre ones. It's a little harder to remember because they're not joined, but we need to make sure that we do it if we want to get this sort of whole reflection shape effect. And then this bottom part will look like the top. So a harder layer and reduce towards the middle. Same here, so we're putting lots of layers down here and getting less as we go towards the centre. I'm going to go over that just a little bit more to make sure it's all looking good. There, okay. Now we've got our little hanging part on the top. Now I'm thinking maybe we could do that silver. Usually I think of them as being either silver or gold. I did show you a silver one on here, and I don't think gold will go with this, so I think it would be silver, so I don't need to show you that again. So what we might do is just do it pink. So we could use the madder again to show you it. So I'm just going to go in with a lot of layers here, slow it down towards the middle. And the same here, like that. Whoops, maybe maybe a little more there. Now this circular bit I'm just thinking about, I think is it part of that bow, a little hanger? I don't think I'm going to colour it in. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. There it is. There's our hanging ball, I guess, as you would call it. You might call it. Now I'm just going to colour this bit though here. You see? Now although that's coloured in black, I want to go over it with some colour to make it look a little bit more fun. So it doesn't need to stay in black. So I'm just going to sharpen up my pencil, and I have got a leaf green. It's quite a light green, and I'm just going to go over the top of Rita's lines really. And just add in some festive colour. It's quite fun. There we go. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? I think so anyway. So that's that, and we still haven't been very long, but I don't think I've got many other bits and bobs to do. Let me think. Yeah, I've got a few bits I could do. Let's do that candy there. Okay, what colour there? I was going to think blue, but then I think no, blue sweet, blue candy. No thank you. Let's go for pink. Hey, you like some nice pink, sweetie? I do. So I'm going to do a pink colour around here. And oh, I need to tell you what colour it is. I'm really sorry. This is light magenta. So I'm trying to do a few more layers around the outside of it, and a little less as I go into the middle, just to give it a little bit more shape. Hopefully it will begin to look a little bit more three-dimensional. Now I'm not going to do the these ends in the same colour. Let's make them look different. It'd be fun. So this, we could do magenta as that's light magenta, but I think that'll be a bit too much, too dark. So I'm going to use the crimson, and it's quite a bit darker. And I'm just going to do a light layer over the whole thing, just so I can have a look. Right, I think I can see what's happening. It's going to make it darker here, and then not take that colour a little bit towards the tip, but not completely, and then make it darker in there, because I think that's supposed to indicate that that's a bit of paper that's a little bit behind, a bit of wrapper. There we go. I'm also going to do this little bit of holly here. I think if I do that, and it'll help me when I'm thinking about the colours of the things around here, because I'm going to do it in a very traditional colour. So I'm going to start my berry with this Scarlet Red, and just do a layer quite lightly. And then I'm going to go around the edge to start to darken up that colour. Never have holly in the house. It's very hard to find. I used to take a little bit from my father-in-law's garden before I had the children. And once I had the children, yeah. But he had a sort of variegated holly plant. So it wasn't pure green, and I like the pure green. Okay, we're going to go over that with a darker red. I'm going to use this one, which is number 225. I just need to look that up for you. It is 225 is it's 223, I'm assuming. It definitely says 225. But oh, it's dark red. Sorry, I can't see for looking. So I'm going to go around the edge with this darker red colour. Now what you could do when you've finished this is make that black bit white, so you could go over that black bit with the white pen to make it look like shine. But I'm trying to produce the image of the shine here, the illusion of shine. There we go. And then we have the stalky parts, no, the leafy parts, and I think I am going to do those in a hooker's green. So here is our hooker's green. Again, I'm just going to go lightly over both so we can see where we are at. This is going to be a difficult one to do, isn't it? It's a lot of little details, it takes some thought. Have a think about it before the 20th comes. Well, I record in advance, it won't be the 20th when I'm recording that. Oh no. I want to be all organised by then. So I've just sharpened. This is quite small. I'm going to go in with quite a lot more layers near to the berry and then less towards the end of the leaf. The same on this side. And then on the tip, we're going to do a lighter colour. We could go really light, couldn't we? Yeah. Let's go with a grass green. I'm just going to sharpen it, just for something really different. So here is the grass green. Look, that shows really well. Why do some of them show it really well and not others? I'm really confused by that. So my idea here is to make sure I blend in with the darker colour. So I'm going to keep going until I feel happy. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go right over the whole of the green. And there we go. I'm going to leave that video there now. There are a few other extra little bits and bobs, but we might need to do those with some of the other smaller detailed items. So thank you very much for watching and happy colouring.